And then with the by-elections, Ayawaso West, Wogon, everything has been removed. So there is overwhelming evidence that this commission is not fit for purpose. And if any serious country will want to maintain this type of electoral commission, then I don't know what the country is about.
So there will be a change at the EC leadership?
There has to be a change.
Jimensa must go?
Yes, I think the three top leadership must all go.
So that will be the chairperson herself and her two deputies.
Yeah.
Jimensa, then Boxman Asari, and I believe you've been working, but he's not always in the news.
Tete. They must all go.
The video for you to actually hear what Asiedu Nketia said. I support him because they have failed. They have failed. Send the Akasi Akoto Abawo, J Mensa, any Bossman, any Omama Kanso, easier. They will all be sad. Because at the end of my year, they have failed. It's as simple as that. We don't need to be arguing about this. We need someone you're ready, we need to find a way and sack them.
Whenever I say my PENDREAM TV there, I see them yopo.
My mention story way. Asiedu Nketia, or the chairman of the NDC, a granted interview, and it's got to do with a year. It's got to do with a year Electoral Commission. Jane Mensa, the battalions no more Electoral Commission. No. Asiedu Nketia advocates removal of EC, Jane Mensa, other officials. The national chairman of the ruling National Democratic Congress, NDC, Mr. Asiedu Nketia, or Johnson Asiedu Nketia, is advocating the removal of the three top leadership of Ghana's electoral management body, the Electoral Commission, EC. According to him, the current leadership, headed by Mrs. Jane Adukwe Mensah, is unfit to manage any credible elections in Ghana. Asiedu Nketia, or chairman of the NDC Wakasa, or say, the Electoral Commission led by Jane Mensa and the Bossman Asaremo in penifona moda EC anono. I was some of my nibre na ye pamomo. If you say Jumadi de share or Monsano, Sebio Jumadi no omofeli. Now, do I side with him? Yes. I couldn't omofeli and say, your job is simple. What you have to do is organize elections, come out with the results. Then this country gets representatives in parliament. I'm talking about respective constituencies or Ghanaians getting representatives in parliament to do what? Speak for them. Ejuma bako pe edede share Jane Mensa, Bossman Asari, any omomoka who our leadership in insa. More organizing elections, na mo call out results no. Na Ghana, yenya nipa, yebiti omoka, mama kwa junjune Ghana ho, ama omano etumpong. Finished. Ya to about 7 months. About 4 to 5 constituencies. Omuni representatives. In fact, Oba will be to say, a year Accra in Libya. Omunim Adampa a bebo bomo results. Now, if you don't call this a failure, then what should be called failure? Because I don't know what you want to see or what you want to see as somebody has failed at their job. Yamao a simple task. Organize elections, come out to the results, we work. And no, I don't know. Now, how can it be, say, yaya elections close to 7 months? Some constituencies or results in the Krampono at the end of the day, Menowoka say, yentumi enye the end sanction results. No. Then why are you there as the EC boss? You cannot give me an excuse to say the police are not giving you protection. You cannot give me the excuse to say the military are not coming to your aid. Because the police, they have their job. The military, they have their job. Your job is to find ways and means to organize the elections peacefully, call the elections peacefully, and then all the parliamentary candidates go to parliament to make laws for us. A Juma way at the moment, a simple job. Now, I just want to ask a simple question. It's a dear party engineer so I yanka say Mensa, Bossman, and your mom will lead the east, Oma Bong. Because Endaminoka say, Senke ye tuaba, ewo omojuma oma yeswa, they will be kicked out. And they say ye tuaba on Jane Mensa in the leadership of more easy about omojuma maye, yemo muntu aswa na say yempamomo. 99% of Ghanaians will say yempamomo. So why are they still there? Why are we still keeping Jane Mensa and Bossman Asaremo? Why are we still keeping them there? As simple. We gave them a simple task. Organize the elections, call the results, and go home and sit. Let us take care of the rest. This is the most easiest thing anybody should do. If you tell me, say you are competent. The reason why your two MPP are banning was because we gave them a task to make sure they accomplish. For 8 years, Kennedy Japan, Bawumia, Ekufuado, MPP as a political party that which formed a government could not deliver. What we were doing every single day as citizens, the say taxes. Taxes no na Ekufuado na cho. Na Bawumia dam na Kennedy Japan krono na Bani Champon krono na eye omo maka na yetua taxes. For 8 years, I carried Japan to parliament. Taxpayer now over no Otianica for 8 years. Baumia Jacketia for 8 years. Brian Champo Jacketia for 8 years. Almost some person of the president. Yetia Obiaka from the taxpayers' money. Meaning, because they could not deliver anything at 2024 December. Because they are incompetent. Because they are failed. They could not deliver. Now, it's the same thing applies to the Electoral Commission. Ye Electoral Commission as I say omombra menua pano and omombeto pano. Ye Jemensa ni Bossman Asare say omombe penti da ho. Ye Bossman Asare any Jemensa say omombra no omombe ka den ombe ka fon no ho. Ye yomo for a specific job. Ye yomo for a specific job. And that job was to do what? To organize elections. Now omomaye results. Now omoya de omunjai maye. Now ya abano ya tu abano. Almost 7 months in a year. Easy leadership. They have not been able to come out clearly to tell us to say when the winnie wahana when the winnie waha. So why are they still at the easy? This is what Asiedu Nketia, Asama Asiedu Nketia kind of any. All right, let me team. Do you have it for me? My team, they are telling me say they are sending it to the system. But I wanted to play the video for you to actually hear what Asiedu Nketia said. I support him because they have failed. They have failed. Send the Akasi Akoto Abawo, J Mensa, any Bossman, any Omama Kanso, easier. They will all be sad. Because at the end of my year, they have failed. It's as simple as that. We don't need to be arguing about this. We need someone you're ready, we need to find a way and sack them. But it's so because public servant, we are not supposed to. You're more public servant. Jumana we jumanya. Sibia, you to be pump teacher kojo. Yes, when to me I had when to me I'm fulfill some task. No, Sana also to be pump the mensa.
I mean, talking about that, you mentioned Parliament. It just reminded me that we still have a Blake Manov that is outstanding.
Yeah.
That must be something that must be on your top list of concerns. That 6 months after the election, we still don't have an elected member of Parliament. Well, what are you doing about it as a chairman?
We are having a wrong election management body in place, and so that is a subject of reset in future.
Resetting the EC.
Sure.
What does that mean?
It means that bringing it back into an institution that is fit for purpose. The way it is existing now, it's not fit for purpose. Because you cannot have, with all the laws that we have, you cannot still be having an election that will go into a stalemate. There is no anticipation of any stalemate in elections in any of our laws, unless people don't want to do their work well. And so it's it's a clear case of, negligence or inability to perform its functions. So it's a good reason why the Electoral Commission needs to be reset. And that is not the only issue. Remember, 4 years ago, there was the issue of SAL. A whole constituency went unrepresented for 4 years. And then, so when this commission, as presently constituted, took over the reins of the Electoral Commission, they have never done an election that is satisfactory. These two major elections, the first one constituency went unrepresented for 4 years, and then their second election is this one. And then with the by-elections, Ayawaso West, Wogon, everything has been removed. So there is overwhelming evidence that this commission is not fit for purpose. And if any serious country will want to maintain this type of electoral commission, then I don't know what the country is about.
So there will be a change at the EC leadership?
There has to be a change.
Jimensa must go?
Yes, I think the three top leadership must all go.
So that will be the chairperson herself and her two deputies.
Yeah.
Jimensa, then Boxman Asari, and I believe you've been working, but he's not always in the news.
Tete. They must all go. They have mismanaged the commission so badly.
Their positions, though, are positions protected under the Constitution. They're guaranteed tenure.
But the Constitution has given us the path to remove them, and that is what is happening to the Supreme Court. You may be guaranteed, but there is no position under our Constitution. There is no appointee or state functionary who cannot be removed under this Constitution. There's a procedure of removing the president. There's a procedure of removing Speaker of Parliament. That's why there's a procedure for removing Chief Justice. Everybody has, a way of holding them accountable, because if you make an appointee or a state functionary who is not accountable to anybody, there's no way to hold them to check, then you breed a monster. And so when you look through the Constitution, everybody in the Constitution can be changed. So
Ena General Ekano join news no PZ for Maminju Jum. Etikesia Evans Menster Busana say. Se ana yisi no o ka so modjuma mudi no enye djuma eso eni. Ena Asiedu Nketia say yes. Yenya yenim de esiwa even the first elections I'm organizing nipa 8 we all because of omodjuma manye ni ye. Yenya constituencies a yenya nipa mpo mo represent omo sal for ni ade. Yenim de esisi the inconsistencies in the results of the maye. And I ended the ABC, yato abewie almost 7 months. Yenya results from some constituencies. So it's clear, say in Conforno, they are not up to the job and that they have to be sacked. Now, if as Mr. Busan said, Nasa Sanko Foe, Omi Abani Pa, Omu Juma Dino, and now Omu Dibreno, a buying a constitution on a bob more buying. And I said in Kiteka say, I can't say, yeah, and your chroma tea, Obian wa, said you are buying for the Juma to me. It does not matter a year emra or why a bo abanjuma ni ho buying. Emra or why I was a samrano so etumini would di so when di a jumana send also di jumano. You see, and this brings me to the Chief Justice issue, no. Ana man for be emane to say they are saying Nketia small okay, a man for because say I don't know easy boss no, I don't know boss man. The issue here is say omuye jumana man year, I didn't say you omo. Say amon we juma. That's the constitution may far constitution for wejuma and omoto say omuye juma emra ebo mo ban na say ejuma na omoye no so omunye ne ye a adenti na yentumi nya mra ensan yi omufiri ho, because the moment your man ko we feel said they are entitled to something and that emra bi bo mo ban enti emo mutumi a mutumi di nkwasi asem de say boss man sorry ono oti isi wo MPP headquarters mano. Otumika chere an opposition party say you people are a threat to our democracy. Obi also oye neutral. He could not prove why the NDC is a threat to our democracy. But Kwasia started to be bien as an EC boss. Catch the NDC for say they are a threat to our democracy because the NDC are demanding for things that have not been done right. It is such a twerp, cannot be left at the EC telling me say Emrebi born ho ban. Na Jimmy we anya mra na den be say easy wo. Intina bre Asiedu Nketia catch and say no. That statement I for make it say we mu they are untouchables because Emrebi born ho ban. The president to crown to he can be impeached. Now, if the president can be impeached, who the hell is Boss Manasari and J Mensa? So it is not about they being protected by law. It is about their competence. It is about abusing that office. It's about not delivering. It is a Omanye Juman send a penna. I was say you're making sure say Emrano I say you free ho. Nobody should start asking those nonsense questions. Where we there? Don't you think say there is a rule, there's a law that protects their office? Nobody is above the law in Ghana. The moment you decide to go for trim or Ghana, say position where there, say a fawa, shraj, Supreme Court, easier. You was specific in Rebia Bon into Matana Jimmy. I cost for a very long time. Some people have taken advantage of the day in the system. Jen Mensa bossman omo top one, they need to be sacked. It's obvious. We don't have to debate about this. Because the question here is a dear partner Jen Mensa ni bossman monye mahus omo faili. Unless all that you have stated, all the things you have witnessed under their leadership, you don't see it as failure. And as I panoya corrupt, why didn't you juma? Because and also bibedi is na oba no elections now about 60 constituencies enya MPA. We will not say that person has not failed, because if that is the comparison we are going to make today, say dear NHS Boss Manasari any J-men somebody have failed. They have failed. So one constituency crumple yentumi and call election no ama constituency no ehu omo MPA. That institution that has been taxed to do that job, they have failed. Into German Sam Bossman, the leadership of the East, they need to go. And I support Asiedu Nketia, they need to be sacked. They need to be fired. This is not politics. This is competence. These are people who could not deliver. It is not about the law or the laws they work with or whatever is protecting them. It is about delivery. Have they been able to deliver? We gave them a job to do. Have they done it? How can somebody be living in Ghana? How can somebody be living in Ghana, pay taxes every single day, a buying channel, or a business owner, or a small business owner, every day ye jinichi o tiatuo na saa nipa no we agit we tiatuo na oni obi ojina parliament e kasama no na nipa wo san kohwe eme to saa nipa no so aba e de ko parliament no we ntumi anhwe me anya o ka chem say EC boss no we should keep the EC boss. The same nkwasiase na eye CJ ne ekeka kire no say this is the first time a chief justice is being a petition has been sent against the chief justice. There's a first time for everything. The sense of entitlement. It has never happened before. The first time a chief justice, a petition has been sent against a chief justice before a commission or a committee. A chief justice is not God. A chief justice is under the constitution. A chief justice, Sam Brana needs to check you. It that entitlement idea na yada to Ghana for be tima omudi ti Ghana ejimi. We need to let them understand say emra wo why betime yi we free emra to be president. Who the heck is the chief justice? In this statement no me tell me buofu, and you see time na talk on the press conference she made it to look like say I am the chief justice, nobody should touch me, even when I'm corrupt, even when I'm not competent, even when I'm not following the law, even when I'm breaking the law, nobody should touch me because I am the chief justice. No, it doesn't work like that. There's always a first time to test the system. And if you happen to be the first person to be used as a scapegoat, it does not make it any unique situation. Imrano Daho, just that we have not tested Imrano. Now Charlotte say, now only the first EC boss who was a petition Charlotte say, and I know you could be. Hey, how can this happen? It's the first time a CJ and a Charlotte say, And then the first time in Ghana history, MPP for ever Koti Kwanso e Charlotte say. As we sit here, nobody can say MPP for the Charlotte say. If we say a amount for the competition president, no, and the president no share petition, no, and also or establish say Charlotte say Eddie Bonibi into NBA investigations. And yet yenti kroma. Sanko from petition Ekufado no manya Ghana for. Omo petition Ekufado, omo ka so MPP for. Omo petition Ekufado say yenyi Charlotte say no, omo the MPP card ka ho. No me Ghana for omo petition Ekufado. Into ende Ghanaians as our petition president they say Chief Justice Ejuma Oyeno we tietia mraswa. What is the big deal here? Let's stop this conversation. I am think of the TV so Ghana. Now we can say me, hey, na Chief Justice na Chief Justice ya wono na 10. Takonu ye man Bible and swear say Ejuma na okodino we ndi emraso. Na oditumi sha ne nsa na obutumi so a e wo se ye twe na so ana ye mani firi bebi owo no odinsie na tame de Bible sha di se oye ai tokonu araba de ende na odwen se e poem na ye kire wo se emra bi so wo a de wo ka no eba mi etuma yiwe free office when tokonu was swearing in time na yes when in na okuta Bible me tokonu araba de ende no sa swearing na wo swear no na e kire wo se ofum mra na sa emra ada esind entamna na wudi no sa entamna be se buafo intervention araba tokonu and everybody knows I Chief Justice araba tokonu today hereby swear now just na poem na eka Sunday na wo kan na catch us ofuma samra na betumetu. It was a caution to you. So a government appointee na say your Bible your Quran na wo swear also tia say I don't know wo swear no o sa catch say ofuma yenjina no aso fampamo eno na esi nne no. There's nothing so extraordinary about Chief Justice Tokonu facing a committee investigating her. What's the big deal here?
Whenever I say PENDREAM TV, PENDREAM TV, there, Asiedu Nketia.